All right, happy Friday, folks. I'm meteorologist Tim Pandagius here at Houston, Texas, KHOU 11. We're ongoing team coverage for the rain event that's going on through our area today. I'll be joined shortly by meteorologist Cheetah Kraft and Kim Castro to break down the whole event for us and as we go forward, what to expect. If you're out and about this morning, you've probably encountered heavy downpours, some thunder and lightning as well. Remember that front that came through yesterday? Well, it hung out along the coast overnight. Things quieted down, but it began to build back northwestwards and initiated a whole new outbreak of showers and thunderstorms, most of which are consisting of extremely heavy tropical downpours because we're in a tropical atmosphere at the moment with high dew points and atmospheric moisture just available up and down the column. All right, in and around downtown, right now things are a little quieter from earlier. We had heavy downpours building on through, but notice what's off to the north. Jersey Village getting a nice heavy downpour for you right now. Bammel area, Cypress getting a lot of heavy rain. We slide south, Matagorda and Brazoria. A lot of the heaviest of the rain has sagged just offshore, which is good news because these areas have been getting soaked so far this morning. Wadsworth, Hawkinsville, Bay City, seeing a little bit of a dry slot developing there. Blessing, Palacios, all getting heavy rain for you, and things quieting down in Brazoria, especially in coastal locations there. Galveston, where it all started this morning, things are quieting down at the moment, but off towards Jamaica Beach, Bay Harbor, there are a few more downpours developing up by you. We go north along the Gulf Freeway through League City near the radar site out by Dickinson. See heavy rain around the radar site there, but things quieting down as you head into the city. Off to the east side now, we're Liberty County, Liberty along 90 there, seeing some heavier downpours with some claps of thunder and lightning. Notice the reds and orange shading there, indicating the heavy rainfall. We were seeing rates 1, 2, 2.5 inches per hour earlier, so that led to our greatest threat that we had been talking about and expecting, which was the street flooding. It's very easy to overwhelm those drainage basins with rainfall rates that high. Down along 59 as you're heading out of Fort Bend County and into Wharton, heavy rain. This is a little more widespread there about by El Campo, East Bernard, Richmond getting in on some claps of thunder for you as well. And so far, over the last 6 hours, this is just 6 hours, so this is today's rainfall event, not taking into account the rain that we saw yesterday, which was anywhere between 2 and 5 inches spread out, not region-wide. But look at this, additional in the last 6 hours, 6 inches right there just south of El Campo. Wadsworth area, 6.2 inches. These are radar indicated totals. We don't have actually any observations from these areas that confirm that, but these are radar indicated. 3.5 inches into Brazoria, the far southwestern portion there, and Lockridge area around 2 inches, as indicated by radar. Out by Galveston, 2 inches. Port Bolivar down to along the island north of Jamaica Beach, 1.7. Bayou Vista, 1.2 around Texas City as well. Now, north side, spread out along the area south of the I-10 corridor, we've had some heavy rain in northern Fort Bend. 3.5 inches there, nearly 5 inches south of Sealy. Huffman area, 3.5 inches, and north of Liberty, right along 90 out there, 3.5, 4 inches of rain just within the last 6 hours. Now, there's a lot more rain to come because these downpours will persist for several more hours. So Cheetah Kraft is here now to join me and talk about, what rain we could see going forward and when things will start to quiet down as we head into the later parts of today. Cheetah?
Tim, this is going to be an extended event, so we're going to continue to see the chance for these downpours right through our midday and early afternoon, and then I think things will settle on down. So future track showing at noon, still tracking these scattered area-wide downpours. So the thunderstorms that we're seeing now, basically think that that's going to continue right through your early afternoon. If you're on carpool duty, just like me today, about 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'm still expecting rain across the area. Then watch what happens after 3 o'clock. Most of this starts to dry out. So this is 6:30 this evening, and maybe an isolated shower, an isolated thunderstorm lingering, but that's about it. Any of the potential for that street flooding or any high water spots, that threat should really diminish after about 5 o'clock this evening. Overnight into Saturday morning, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two, very much like today. And then it kind of ramps up midday Saturday right through your early afternoon. Notice more area-wide scattered storms. That's why we'll keep about a 60% chance in for your Saturday, and then almost pushing repeat for your Sunday. We quiet things down. Then Sunday, that daytime heating helps to fuel additional thunderstorms, and that starts to populate pretty much area-wide. Now, how much rain we could see? Another 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain over about the next 12 to 24 hours. I do think those isolated spots of 1 to 2 inches of rain is very possible, and that's on top of what we've already seen. So that's where we could see additional high water spots. Just keep your guard up, especially even with that moderate to heavy blinding rain. It can just make for tricky travel out there. Now, this was great news, though. All the recent rain that we've had for our latest drought monitor. This did come out Thursday. The data that it uses to produce this actually stops Tuesday morning. But all the rain that we're seeing from yesterday to today, right through the weekend, this will all probably increase or diminish the drought, but increase the better chance here, the better outlook as far as our drought conditions. So we're still under exceptional conditions areas west, but notice the extreme conditions. Some of that was lifted from Harris County and Montgomery County. We're really trending in the right direction. However, I'm going to send it back to meteorologist Tim Pandages, and you know what would really help us out over here? Some of that deep tropical moisture. I'll send it over to you.
And that's really the long range change in our pattern that we've been looking at, kind of flipping the switch from hot and dry, which is where we spend pretty much all summer, over to a wet and less hot pattern. Temperatures actually for the next 7 days look to be coming in below average, which is great for the energy bills. We could use a surge of tropical moisture, right? Something that's non-severe, not that strong, right? So we've got Invest 99L out there right now. It's not forecast to come into our area, but it will throw some tropical moisture northbound towards the Texas coastline that'll enhance our rain chances going forward, which is why our pattern remains unsettled really straight through the middle to end of next week. Here's the outlook on 99L right now. Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to fly out into this. In fact, they're about to leave right now from their base and go and fly into the system and see if there's actually a defined center of circulation. If they find that, they will upgrade it to a tropical depression. If they find wind strong enough at 39 miles per hour or greater, it'll get a name. And the next name on the list is Danielle. Now, just recently, within the last hour and a half, they issued a special weather outlook for the tropics. And that's unusual. It doesn't happen very often. That increased the odds of it developing up to 60% from 40% earlier. So very well could see a depression form as early as later today in the Bay of Campeche. Also notable with this is the geography or the topography of the Bay of Campeche. A lot of times will help initiate that spin, so it's off to a better start when it's in that area as it heads north into a very conducive environment as well. I want to switch it up and show you what it looks like on the visible satellite imagery, because once it comes up here, sunlight coming on up, you can see it's got a blossoming spin and also plenty of convection, because you see how it looks kind of fuzzy there? Those are really high clouds, so the convection is growing there. It's taking advantage of the overall pretty conducive environment out there in the southern Gulf of Mexico. Now, we're going to have that full 7-day forecast here for our local weather coming up on KHOU 11 News at noon, so make sure you tune in with that. Kim Castro will be joining me for that and talking more about the tropics as well as what we can expect going into the upcoming weekend. For now, Kim's going to break down our forecast in Spanish. Kim?
Muy buenos días, Tim. Como acabas de decir, estamos monitoreando esta área de convección y de tormentas. Hoy día vamos a ver si es que esta área tiene esos vientos suficientes para ver la potencia y la organización necesaria para que esta onda se convierta en una depresión tropical. Actualmente tenemos un 60% de ver la posibilidad de desarrollamiento dentro de 2 días. También tenemos ese 60% de ver ese desarrollamiento dentro de 5 días. Entonces estaremos pendientes de esta área, pero por el momento está demasiado al sur, no tendrá impactos a nuestra área. Lo que sí tendremos serán los impactos de una posibilidad de inundaciones nuevamente esta tarde. La razón por la cual será, ayer tuvimos bastante lluvia, muchas localidades, 1, 2, hasta 3 pulgadas de lluvia. Entonces, con esa lluvia adicional que tendremos el día de hoy, ya el suelo está demasiado saturado, hay demasiadas áreas que recibieron mucha lluvia el día de ayer. Entonces, con esas tormentas adicionales que tenemos el día de hoy, tendremos un riesgo un poco más grande que el riesgo que tuvimos ayer. ¿Se acuerdan? El riesgo que tuvimos ayer estuvo en la categoría 1. El día de hoy estamos ascendiendo a la categoría 2. ¿Dentro de cuáles horas podremos ver esa posibilidad? Dentro de la hora que está almorzando hasta que la hora que se está regresando a su casa o recogiendo a sus hijos de sus actividades después de la escuela. Entonces, dentro de las 12 hasta las 6 de la tarde tenemos esa posibilidad de esas lluvias fuertes que posiblemente podrán causar algunas inundaciones a lo largo y alrededor de nuestra ciudad. El viento fuerte el día de hoy está disminuyendo. Entonces ayer vimos unas ráfagas de 50 a 60 millas por hora. El día de hoy estarán un poco menos potentes. La razón por la cual no tenemos esa frente bien fuerte que tuvimos el día de ayer. Sin embargo, con esas tormentas y esos aguaceros que caen dentro de esas tormentas, también podemos ver algunos vientos de 20, 30 hasta 40 millas por hora. Entonces, pendientes de esa posibilidad y manejen con mucho cuidado. Granizo y tornados no tenemos ese riesgo el día de hoy. Ya que vamos hora por hora a lo largo de nuestro día, verán que tendremos algunas tormentas que sí son un poco fuertes, como las que vimos el día de ayer. Algunas áreas que tendrán esos chubascos con esos colores de naranja y esos colores rojos. Es muy posible que tendremos otra pulgada o 2 pulgadas de lluvia que se acumula el día de hoy y tendremos esa posibilidad que continúa hasta esta tarde. Tomen en cuenta, a las 3 de la tarde tendremos esas lluvias más o menos predominantemente a lo largo de la costa. Es posible que tendremos algunos de esos aguaceros en las partes nortes y las partes norte-oestes de nuestros condados, quizás en las áreas incluyendo Washington y Austin, Colorado, quizás Wharton también podremos ver esa posibilidad. Pero por mayor parte tendremos fijados en esas áreas a lo largo de la costa. Entonces, Brazoria, Galveston, quizás Chambers County podrán ver la mayoría de esos aguaceros el día de hoy, ya que lleguemos a las 6:30 cuando todos estamos descansando. Este viernes tuvimos un día muy activo el día de ayer y tendremos una tarde activa el día de hoy también. Ya a las 6:30 veremos que todo se empieza a descansar y empezamos a secarnos por el día de hoy, porque también estamos esperando más lluvia este fin de semana. Lo bueno con esos aguaceros y esas tormentas y esa lluvia es que ayuda a que esas temperaturas bajen. Estaremos un poco más calmados, menos calurosos para este fin de semana. De hecho, veremos que esas temperaturas máximas estarán en el rango de los altos 80s y bajos 90s. Entonces, tendremos una temperatura máxima de 92 grados para nuestro sábado y una máxima de 93 para nuestro domingo. Permanecemos con un 60% de posibilidad de ver esas tormentas y esas lluvias, pero serán un poco más tranquilas, menos potentes de lo que vimos el día de ayer y de lo que veremos el día de hoy. Entonces, quizás una media pulgada hasta 1 pulgada para este fin de semana, en vez de esa 1, 2 y 3 pulgadas que vimos ayer y que también tenemos posibilidad de ver el día de hoy. Tendremos su pronóstico extendido de 7 días ya cuando les veamos en vivo a las 12 en el canal 11. Hasta entonces, nos vemos.